So the third lesson, messing up streaming with sourcing. It has really bad consequences. We did that mistake. So to explain this lesson, we need to first explain the difference between internal and external event. So let's assume that we have some module with a subscription stream. Again, events trial started, converted to premium, and then downgraded to basic. And we want to expose somehow for some client state of our application. So we are applying each event. We are building the current state of our subscription 1, 2, 3, and some client can fetch the state of our application, and that's perfectly fine. But what's not perfectly fine, it's very bad to take your events from the internal stream and start sending them somewhere else outside your application, because you need to let know some other system that premium downgraded to basic. We did that mistake, and we are sending all of the events from the internal stream to some streaming platform. So we are publishing our internal details. It's like allowing other services to read your internal database, like SQL database. It's very much the same situation. Or another example, you're having a Java class and you're making all fields public, and other clients start using those fields, and then you're screwed because you're not hiding your implementation details. And then when those events are sent to some streaming platform, obviously someone is listening for them. That's the case in our event sourced application. And some other parts of the system are also writing to this internal event stream. So please guess what will happen after 1 year of having this approach. You'll end up in this kind of situation, a big ball of mud. So what's the cost of this approach? First of all, it's very difficult to reason about the flow. I know it's the case in general with event-based applications, but it's getting really hard because you are not able to reason about the system easily if your internal stream is published, because some outside side effects are happening, and you can't be really sure what's the consequence of putting the event to your internal event stream. It's also obviously very difficult to refactor the stream, because there are some clients that their logic is based on the internal event. So you start worrying about them. You are not owner of your internal stream. You need to worry about some other teams. No clear boundaries, as you can see on the picture. You can't really assign any ownership to any team. It's very difficult to test. Imagine that you need to set up a test for this system. You need a lot of mocks. The test will be very long. Super difficult situation. So how it would look like in ideal world? In ideal world, you would have separate smaller internal streams and not sending every single event from the internal stream to the event streaming platform, but translating some of the internal events using the anti-corruption layer, and then sending some more generic events to the event streaming platform. So you are not coupling your internal implementation details with other systems. And please notice the orange box, traditional approach. It's also very often misconception that all modules in event sourced application need to use event sourcing. Apparently, you can use a traditional approach, keeping the current state and not using it in every part of the event sourced application. But it's more like a business question. What are the negative business consequences if you're not able to provide the state of the system from the past when requesting something from the traditional approach module? So the key takeaway here is to keep your internal stream events, well, internal, just like the Spider-Man is keeping those peoples in this cabin. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe to the newsletter. And if you would like to have similar challenges, work with event-sourced systems, here is the QR code. You can join OLEX. Thank you.